I don't know how happened to it. So you guys, somewhat it just absolutely like turned off for some reason, and once in a while it does that. I have no clue why, but hopefully you don't do it again. Cause when you get like it's 6:58, I'm gonna get an hour at the end because it's getting out at 7. So hopefully you don't do it again. Oh, yeah, okay. Talking about him again. I don't know why it does that. It suddenly does that weirdly sometimes. Shuts off for no reason. I put that back on the stream so I can continue it.
Alright, continue that.
Yes. Let's not hope it does it again.
Type world really well. It's pretty clear though they're setting up for a big confrontation between him and Falcone. I did love the Emperor's new clothes reference. In the episode, he said the Emperor has no clothes, but you get the idea. He's just calling Falcone out as a fool who can't see what's going on around him. Or at least Maroni believes that. I think Falcone is pretty shrewd, so I don't think that Fish Mooney or any of the other big mobster characters are going to be able to dump him in the bay. I am kind of wondering if Falcone is going to start working with Jim Gordon like the Penguin is. Like some of the big criminals on the show, will help Gordon to take down other criminals. Number 4, Bruce and Alfred finally get to have a little bit of fun. I was glad that they finally let the characters loosen up a little bit. Yes, Bruce Wayne is a dark character, but that does not mean that he can't have fun. He is still a little kid, despite the fact that we haven't seen him interact with other little kids. I'm really hoping we get some Catwoman Bruce scenes pretty soon. The fencing was a lot of fun. In the comics, Batman mostly does a lot of punching, but he does sword fight whenever he's fighting villains that primarily use swords, like Ra's al Ghul. Really, all the Bruce scenes were not subtle at all. They just want us to watch Bruce stuck on the idea of protecting Gotham, without you yourself turning into a criminal in the process. If it seems like they're beating us over the head with, Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, it's just because it's so early in the season, they just need to set up these storylines. What I'm really hoping to see later this season is an episode where Bruce actually goes out and tries to help someone. Like, if you see someone in trouble while they're out in public, or see him try to deal with a bully somehow, or deal with like a little kid problem in a Batman type way. The detective line was also a really great reference to Batman being the world's greatest detective. Number 3, Penguin on the rise. I think the speed with which they brought him back into the city tells you just how important his character is to season 1. I did like that they gave him the very penguin-looking suit at the end of the episode. It's all just set up for him and Gordon teaming up to deal with the storm brewing on that map that he had. It doesn't really address the Arkham situation that much, but that's also going to be a big part of this map, right here in the middle.
What's up?
Cobblepot's nuts.
Yeah. And did you go to the part where he came back to Gotham?
Yeah, he came back to Gotham.
He's coming back to Gotham to get Fish and other people. For my Dustin. He's coming back because when he left and had to leave, he's planning on not at that point yet. He's planning on taking out them guys who
I kind of realized he was not even actually being in the part of the episode and part of the episodes yet. Penguin's Fish. So I thought Penguin is coming after Fish.
He's planning on it. I guess at the place that he bought that little trailer, I think it is. He was in it. He had a bunch of like papers with their faces on it and plots and things like that. So.
Did you watch episode 3?
Yes, I have. See, I've already seen it, but I'm watching it again because I kind of like stopped it. That's why. I'm pretty much at where you're at now, so we can watch it together, Yeah. Instead of like going on each other.
Okay. Barbara's got to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
I'm not even, sorry if I'm bringing up the character's sexual orientation.
Yeah.
But he has got to be either bisexual or a lesbian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause like, oh my god, they just went there.
You're a dork, again. Why are you a dork? Ask me that.
Okay.
You want me to continue?
Yeah.
Pretty soon. Interesting side note, in the comics, Maroni actually helped fund Hugo Strange experiments at Arkham Asylum on the orders of Falcone. I don't know if the show's going to go in that direction, but Hugo Strange will be a part of the Arkham storyline this season. We just haven't seen him yet. Just think of Oswald as being like the evil medium that's going to help him see all these other evil spirits and deal with them. The real teaser being that once Gordon deals with all these bigger people, it will pave the way for Oswald to take some of their power. Number 2, Catwoman and Gordon are on the case. Definitely my favorite pairing in the episode. Selena Kyle montages have been the most fun so far. Did you notice how they're letting her give people the Batman slip? Like she'll just appear and disappear as she pleases. Their field trip was just a continuation of the Wayne mystery. I know based on the shiny shoes and the way that they're positioning people in the story, there are a lot of theories about maybe the Penguin being the person that murdered them. It's true in the comics, Joe Chill is the killer, but the show might be doing something different. It could just be merging Joe Chill with the Penguin character. It's just that in the comics, Joe Chill isn't like a shiny shoe type person, and they're trying to make the person on the show that killed them seem like someone of means or someone with a sense of style. Like someone who wears really nice suits and might just be crazy enough to kill the richest people in Gotham. Plus, I do like the implication that the Penguin will help Gordon put all these huge villains behind bars, but then Gordon's going to realize that his biggest ally is also the person behind this big, huge Season 1 murder mystery. And my number 1 moment, vigilantes are on the rise, and more are coming. The phrase, more are coming, is probably going to end up on a poster before the end of the season. It's all foreshadowing for future people they're going to be bringing on the show. Like, they're going to be more vigilantes, mostly violent ones. I mean, there are a lot of Batman vigilantes. Most of them are pretty crazy. The really interesting thing is that the show also cast Sarah Paxton as Betty Kane. In the comic books, she was one of the characters to take on the mantle of Batgirl. I can't find her on the show's IMDb page anymore, but she was listed several months ago. It's possible that they cut her out of the pilot, or they might not be doing her at all, but they will be bringing on more actual Batman vigilante characters from the comics. Just more people that Bruce Wayne can point to as inspiration, for better or worse. For the most part, I think that Gordon's going to be the only positive example for Bruce Wayne, at least in season 1 of the show. I mean, he's the protagonist. This is really kind of his show. Bruce Wayne's just in it. Let me know, though, what was your favorite moment, and which vigilantes from the comic books do you want to see the show bring on? There was that whole Barbara Keene-Montoya drug storyline. I'm not really sure what they're doing with those characters. I actually ended up giving the episode a B overall, just because I felt like the ending completely threw away that whole Montoya scene. I feel like they were trying to create a wedge between Gordon and Barbara, but then Barbara just totally bought Gordon's explanation at the end. They didn't even need to bring the Penguin on. I feel like when he showed up at the door, though, that was just them pouring salt in Montoya's wound. Like, the Penguin walks through the door looking like $1,000,000. Literally about as far as you can get from being dead. So really the big question is what the heck are they trying to do with the Montoya character? Because right now she seems like a total douche. It feels like what they were trying to do was give some more dimension to the Barbara Keene character by making her a former drug addict and a bisexual, but they completely undercut it at the end, so I'm a little confused as to where both of those female characters are going. My favorite performance in the episode was, of course, by Cameron Bikatova again. I feel like she's one of the few actresses on the show that understands that she's in a comic book world. Like, this is a Dick Tracy environment, so you should just have fun with it. Some of the other characters, like Ben Maher, just feel like they're taking it a little too seriously. Even though Gordon is a serious character.
I know. Even though, like, this is, like, they take it way too seriously. Like, a crime drama.
I know.
It's a Batman prequel for.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
They take it way, like, I'm speaking Law and Order type thing. Come on.
It's not Law and Order, it's Batman.
I know, it's Batman. It's a freaking Batman.
I know. But they make it seem like it's like a Law and Order.
No, I'm not saying that for everybody. I'm just hoping, like, he loosens up a little bit.
Same with me.
He's a good character. Ben McKenzie. Like, Ben McKenzie is a good character.
Yeah.
I mean, a good actor, not a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I continue that.
Yes.
I would like to see him have a little bit more fun. I mean, this is like a Tim Burton Batman movie. This isn't like Christopher Nolan where it's like really, really hardcore. Aside from that, my only other real complaints about the episode was the Bullock Gordon montage, which I thought was pretty awful. I do like montage storytelling, and I like those characters, but I feel like the music they used was just really out of place, and I just wasn't buying it at all, especially the part with the burrito at the end. So the only big issues I had with the episode were the montage and the Montoya scenes, but otherwise I thought it was a really fun episode. Big announcements though. Next up this week is The Flash Episode 1. That's airing Tuesday, tomorrow night. I'm going to try and get a few more bonus videos out before then because Arrow Episode 1 is also on Wednesday. So it's a big week for DC Comics TV shows. I will be doing a combined Q&A for both the Arrow and The Flash on Thursday, but I'm not going to be doing a Gotham Q&A. I'm just trying to free up a little bit of time before Arrow and The Flash get here. But right now, click here to learn all about my favorite Flash villains this season, and click here for last week's Gotham video. Thank you so much for watching. So let's all high five. Everybody get ready. A lot of DC TV shows this week.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, watch episode 2 of the show. I just want to be able to stream
Of the episode.
Well, you have it right there.
Yeah. This is the stupid thing we want to get it. So put it in the stream.
Just take it to yourself. You have it.
Yes, and that too. So if we didn't have time to finish it, you know what I mean, we can have it just in case. Dan, you want to my school? Okay, you want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. YouTube.
And Bullock, okay? And my personal question is,
We might have to reset it because I forgot that.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Even a small act can make a big
Let me
difference.
skip this and let's reset it to beginning.
what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Gotham After Show on the TV stream. What's the name of the thing again? My fault. The Stream TV. You say it. Say it.
I'll shut up. The Stream.tv.
Fan Show Network. Thank you very much. I'm your host, Devon, okay? And on my left, we got your boy, David.
Hi, David Fichtenmeyer. Glad to see you guys back.
On my right, we have the lovely Vine.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 2.
And at the end over here, you can't forget your boy, Tommy. Hello, Tommy. Back to it. Good to be here. All right. Now, instead of looking at the screen, staring at us blankly, go ahead and invite your friends. Tell everybody, tell your mama, tell her friends to tell her friends to go in here and watch us. This is Gotham After Show. I know you just saw the episode. Come on. All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to start this off with the same question I'm pretty sure you guys are looking for, same one we were all asking. Who the hell is Patty and Doug? Now, Tommy.
That's good.
You still on that? Or is this the
Patty
same
Doug,
one
and
you
I
watched?
immediately think of the cartoon characters from Nickelodeon stuff.
No, I finished it. But I wanted to
Supported by my friends here, but I'd like to hold on to it until it's proven absolutely wrong.
Yeah,
Here
it could be a crossover. It could be-
continue. Go back a bit.
Now, David,
Huh?
I remember you were saying the whole thing.
Go back a
It
bit.
was with
Go
the
back
Patty
a little
and Doug,
bit.
they started taking the kids and everything like that, and then later in the show, they out there
You want me to go back a little bit? You said.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I recognize the names Patty and Doug, and I immediately think of the cartoon characters from Nickelodeon's Doug. Patty Mayonnaise and Doug Funny. That theory was thwarted by my friends here, but I'd like to hold on to it until it's proven absolutely wrong.
Yeah, it could be a crossover. It could be a Doug Batman crossover.
Yeah.
Now, David, I remember you were saying the whole thing about there was a with the Patty and Doug, they started taking the kids and everything like that, and then later in the show they started revealing something about the doll maker.
Yes, they had the. I know who the doll makers. You know, is a very known Batman or DC Universe villain, and I remember. I think it was last year in the middle of second season of Arrow, they did a episode of the doll maker there, and they name dropped doll maker here. So now I'm wondering, we never actually caught the doll maker. We just caught his little thugs and all this stuff. Do we have a seasoned villain? Are we hinting at something?
Good point. But at the same time, I mean, if he was mentioned in the Arrow, okay, and now he's mentioned
crossover.
And yeah, is that something that we're talking about? Because this is way before Arrow. Right. Remember, dude, Arrow was on like 20 something. You know what I'm saying? Gotham, you know, it's in the past, so maybe he's young right now. Maybe it's like you were saying, it's a family business.
That it's a family business.
Yeah, that might be something that we can consider. Okay. And but I don't really know what exactly he does. So you say he just takes kids and then he turns them into dolls, or does he just spit out dolls of?
Well, it depends on which version of the doll maker we're talking about here, because there's 3 different doll makers. There's been different incarnations. There's been different incarnations of the doll maker going on here. But mostly, there's one where I think it was Supergirl. They were trying to catch the doll maker, and when kids were disappearing. And then when a kid disappeared,
that one's crazy.
A doll would appear on like the police station's doorstep. And then later on, they figured out that those dolls were actually the missing kids. And then there's another doll maker who would kidnap these people and turn these same people into killer robot machines. So I don't think we're going to go with that route here for the sake of Gotham.
What? This is a dark villain.
Dark.
Yeah. Okay. You gotta be pretty smart too.
What
You turn these kids into toys. Like, I was outside playing with rocks and sticks. I didn't know.
Huh?
Pause it and check it real quick. I think someone messaged you.
About what?
I think someone messaged you.
Oh, it's my friend's messaging me. That's why. I'm just texting it off my phone.
Okay, it was just me, right?
What? Okay. Huh?
It was just me.
It's not. It's all you, and then my friend's texting you. Why?
I keep hearing this blue.
Oh, it's she's texting me.
Did you finish the other kingdom?
Did I finish it?
First part of the other kingdom?
I think so. Why?
What did you think of it?
It was good.
It's not too girly for a next show.
Well, that's how you are. You watch those kind of shows. I can't.
I like to give this show a shot.
I'll do it. If you send me some, I'll watch it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Keep going.
Okay.
Turn them into dolls, right?
So we're assuming this is again a very well-educated villain. Master's degree. Can we all agree? Probably a master's degree.
I say that.
Perhaps doctorate.
Oh, okay. So he's been in school for about 15, 20, 30 years.
He's still paying his loans off. Maybe that's why he starts
He's
crying.
got a side business.
You know,
Yeah.
can't get people, so he just snatches them up off the street.
Sure.
You know? Okay, I see that. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Gotham Talk on Twitter. Their name is @Gotham Talk. So go check them out, follow them, and tune into the Gotham Talk. Look, you know what? Let's get real here for a second. I'm fumbling the words all up. Okay, tune in to their Gotham podcast. Okay, at blogtalkradio.com/Gotham Talk. Okay, did I get that right? Did I say it
great, man.
Yep,
I don't know, maybe it's like chewing gum, something.
You did good.
The tongue
That
all
was
out.
really good to
Cool.
follow.
I thought maybe Patty got you with her poison pen, and you were
Maybe I was
just
doing a little itch on the
Before we go too far though, I just have to say that Lily Taylor was amazing. Like one of my big things with this show is like I love the macabre more so than like the gritty like realism or whatever. And so I just love like Lily Taylor's like super weird like oh gosh we love
I love the fact that they're doing all these bad things.
It's the sympathy. I just love the character.
You like?
I like the fact that they're doing all these villains before their actual villains.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I can't wait to I can't wait to do the other one because I've never seen a person like the whole balloon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen episode 3. But the whole balloon thing, I've never seen that done before in any Batman thing.
Right.
And I've watched a lot of Batman shit in my days.
Yeah.
Again with the swearing, sorry guys.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of Batman stuff in my days. I've never heard like even like the Toy Maker. I've heard of the Toy Maker. You know.
Yeah.
I've heard of the Trickster when they did that Trickster episode for the Flash.
Yeah.
I've heard of him. I've heard of the Toyman when they did the Smallville episode with the Toyman.
Yeah.
I'm good with comic book Easter eggs and stuff. But I've never heard of a Balloon Man.
Never?
I'm very excited to know. I'm very excited. I'm even gonna look that up right now. Because I'm that curious to see what Wikipedia has to say about it. You know?
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna look that up really quick. Oh, holy crap. Who is the Balloon Man? Not who is the woman. I hate this.
When it does that, yeah.
Who is the Balloon Man?
According to Guinness World Records, the tallest man in medical history for whom there is irrefutable evidence is Robert Herschel-Wadlow, who when last measured on the 27th of June 1940 was found to be 2.72 meters tall.
Who is the Balloon Man? Balloon. What balloon? Who is the Balloon Man? Thank you. Who is the Balloon Man? Batman. Who is the Balloon Man? Batman. I can't even.
I think it will go.
Who is the Balloon Man? Batman. You do it.
Okay.
I can't get it to do it.
No. Who is the Balloon Man and Batman?
Who is is the Balloon Man in Batman? Who is the Penguin?
Penguin was played by Robin Taylor, Danny DeVito, and others.
Okay, who's Robin Taylor? Who is Robin Taylor?
According to Wikipedia, Robin Lord Taylor is an American film and television actor and director, known for accepted Another Earth and Would You Rather.
Okay, remind me to look up his interview. I'm not going to do it here because we might get out there.
But we're going to remind you when you get off them. For the night. You get off with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is Ben McKenzie?
According to Wikipedia, Ben McKenzie is an American actor.
Really? Okay. I thought he would like. I like it when they know. I like it when they list their actual roles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that actually up. Ben McKenzie roles.
Ben McKenzie's movies include Batman, Year One, Some Kind of Beautiful, and others.
Okay, he's been in Year One. Okay, good. So Gotham is his first rodeo,
Okay.
which I need to look that up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Year One.
Here's some information about Batman, Year One.
Batman Year One review.
Batman, Year One got a 4.22 stars from Year One Goodreads.
Okay, I gotta look that up because that's one Batman series. I need to watch a lot of stuff. I need to watch Flashpoint, Flashpoint Paradox.
Pretty much a
Which I
lot.
probably should read.
Yeah.
Flashpoint Paradox.
All right, restaurants.
Flashpoint Paradox.
Here's some information about Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox.
Flashpoint Paradox review. Flashpoint Paradox review.
Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox scored 8.5 out of 10 on IGN.com.
Okay, I gotta look that up and watch it. Because there's one thing I want to see. I have never seen that. I've never seen that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it puts everything on here. Because Barry doesn't have his powers. So he has to like,
Doom.
chemicals that get him powers and get repowered up.
Right.
I watch that.
Okay.
Go on watch cartoons.com and see if they have it. See if they have the movie.
The what? The penguin one or?
No. Flashpoint Paradox. Watch cartoons.com. Right. Just want absolutely sure. And if they do, say it to me, please.
If it's gonna even let me. You sent me that site, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to do it now. You can do it after we train it.
Here, because I don't know if it's on me. Okay, because sometimes it seems.
You can put it back on stream.
Okay.
Okay, can you continue that?
Continue.
With that being, she was very creepy. She was creepy as hell.
Very
Haircut,
creepy.
everything.
Yeah.
But
And like the weird little like Girl Scout hat. Anyway.
Girl Scout hat, and what can you do without that?
Well accessorized.
But yeah, so all right. So another thing that I was curious about, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree on, okay, was that whole Falcone Wayne thing they were talking about during the fish conversation that she had with him. I don't know if y'all saw it too, but remember he was saying the Waynes and the Falcone had a very close relationship. They were part of the little family. They all lived in the same house, not literally, but along those lines.
The same Gotham house.
So my question is, to what extent are we talking about with this whole relationship? Like, I mean, I understand you got good, you got to have evil, stuff like that, but were they like symbiotic relationship where they worked off of each other, or was it like Waynes were the symbol of good and Falcone was a symbol of bad? They couldn't work without each other. Like, what are we talking about here?
So here's what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. So if we look back to last week's episode, Carmine Falcone tried to say to Jim Gordon, I was friends with your father. We understood each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's saying that about the Wayne family. These are two dead entities that he's making this claim that he was close to. So he's really kind of making an argument that's not really an argument that can be proven or disproven, because the only other people that can corroborate what he's saying are dead. Mm-hmm. So that could just be a character trait of his to be like, these people and I understood each other, and now something bad happened to them, but you should behave. That could be his way of getting people to fall in line with him. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's full of it, but
he sounds like it. He walk like a duck. Yeah.
It could be one of those things where it's like, remember last episode he said you cannot have organized crime without law and order. Yeah. There's obviously organized crime section of this. Yeah. So these other people could be the law and order, which makes you think, was there a little bit of corruption on that side of the law?
You there? What happened? What happened? Can you try to get back on? I'll stay on. What happened there?
The network was just down, that's all.
Okay, you ready to continue it?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, whoa.
I don't think the point of that beating was about it's your boy toy. The point of the beating is Falcone saying that I own you and everything I have is mine.
Go back a bit.
Sure.
I think that's the point.
Go
He's
back a
flexing
little
his
bit.
muscles, letting you know I'm still in charge.
Yeah, and I agree.
It's about, and I'm
Is
pretty
that
sure we can all
where
agree
we
on
left off?
okay, with that whole Coney, Wayne thing that they were talking about that couldn't work with each other. Like, what are we talking about here?
So here's what I'm thinking. So if we look back to last week's episode, Carmine Falcone tried to say to Jim Gordon, I was friends with your father.
Tell
We
me
understood
when
each
you
other.
hear this.
Now he's saying that about the Wayne family. These are two dead entities that he's making this claim that he was close to. So he's really kind of making an argument that's not really an argument that can be proven or disproven. Because the only other people that could
That's not like we left
what he's
off at
saying
there.
are dead. So it could just be a character trait of his to be like,
Does that sound like what we left off at?
Yeah.
Okay.
these people and I understood each other, and now, something bad happened to them, but you should behave. That could be his way of getting people to fall in line with him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's full of it, but he sounds like it. It won't light it up, yeah.
It could be one of those things where it's like, remember last episode he said you cannot have organized crime without law and order. He's obviously the organized crime section of this.
Yeah.
So these other people could be the law and order, which makes you think, was there a little bit of corruption on that side of the law?
Sure.
You mean
In the Wayne family, or maybe with Gordon's father.
And
Yeah.
And everybody else in the city's crooked. Why not?
There's 1%. You don't get to be the 1%. Your hands a little dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that also brings you to the Fish and Falcone relationship you were talking about.
Yeah. I didn't think that Laszlo beating Laszlo's like her new penguin boy toy, which I mean, if Laszlo's the new penguin, she wasn't fooling around with penguin.
Yeah, no.
So anyway, I felt like the Laszlo beating was kind of random. Like that guy wasn't like set up as like someone that really meant something to her. So like all this time him getting beat up, I'm like, why do we care? I don't know. I was just like, who's Laszlo? Why do we care? Let him get beat up.
All I got.
I think someone's messaging
You. It's you. Yeah. Are you okay?
Well, it's not just me, it's a friend of yours, too.
Yeah, she stopped that.
Oh, yeah.
Just you.
To say is Laszlo must be doing something right. He's trying to be like, everybody get out.
What now?
Did you go put it on yourself so that it's not going back and forth?
I do that, and it doesn't. What's going on with this thing?
All right, continue.
Everybody get out. That's his man. Like she got beat for a second. I was like, whoa.
I don't think the point of that beating was about it's her boy toy. The point of the beating is Falcone saying that I own you and everything I have is mine, and I can take it from you.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's the point. He's flexing his muscles, letting you know I'm still in charge.
Yeah, and I agree with you totally, but it's just like, since when does Fish care about any of her henchmen? I don't think they set it up to make him seem like
But she's a crime boss herself, right? So that's disrespect.
Yeah.
And that'll get you pretty far and smacked around on the streets.
My days in organized crime, I don't have much I can tell you. But it sounds like what you're saying is true. So I'm just going ahead and say, well, yeah, I think it was kind of similar. Like, it would be the same as if he had knocked an expensive painting off the wall. What he said was like, this is your property.
I'm breaking your property. Like that was kind of just a message.
Okay. Got it for the message. Yeah, she definitely got it. She definitely got it. And by the way, shout out to Gotham Addicts. I think you guys remember them at Gotham Addicts on Twitter. And check out the Facebook group they got going on now. It's facebook.com/groups/Gotham Addicts. Said it right. No word fumbling.
You would have done your tongue twisters.
I've been over here practicing, you know.
Poison is wearing off now.
Yeah, you know.
Good.
And also, let's bring up the Penguin. Okay?
Yes,
we all
please.
know and love, well, you love the Penguin
love it.
quite a bit. So the Dark Bird returns. Because he ain't dead, you know. So what effect are we gonna see on Gordon when Penguin makes his way, waddles his way all the way back to Gotham? Because now he's still in transition. He's kidnapping people. He's over here trying to be like, hey, you know, I got your boy. He's not very good of a hostage negotiator, as we've seen. Bless his heart. And bless the little pop collar white boy that he was about to say. He definitely had to shut up. He was like, yeah, what's up?
As soon as he got in that car, I was like, oh my gosh, like I fixed the yellow pop collar. It was too funny. And then when he killed him and he abducted him or whatever, and then he stole it, I was like, oh, look at that.
I think if they just drive with open bottles, just like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, you want something to drink? Yeah, here goes some bubble.
Okay, how many of you guys have ever done that in a small town, though?
Yeah,
You can do that in small towns.
I was the tank and love
That's
that.
like
Still was
the
kind of like
Yeah.
under the seat. But I don't know. But
Sure,
hey,
like I used to ride the New York subways. In containers.
and actually, what was the thing he had on the wall? Like he had this big old, like whatever that was, like, you know, those schematics and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What is he looking for? Like, is he investigating on something of his own?
I know, it just made him look crazy. Like he has, you know, like he's one of those like schizophrenics that sees like
Well, I
weird.
think it's definitely introduced him as the person who, like we said last time, Penguin eat fish. We definitely established him at this point as the person who's coming after fish.
Yeah.
Willing to be the person to take her down.
One design element that I saw was there was like a can of sardines. Like
What?
Penguin eat fish. So he's coming after fish.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Just to let you know, in case I have to get into a shower real quick, I mean, in case it does happen, I'm not aware if it will happen.
Just in case. Okay.
Remind me to watch Gotham, like the new episodes of Gotham.
Okay.
Now that I have no show to watch
Okay.
Monday nights.
Yeah, because a lot of
The next season starts.
yeah.
So let's be honest, this fall.
No.
Because it's summer.
Yeah.
I don't have new shows on.
When summer goes, it's like they go into the fall or something.
Which will give us time to catch up on the current seasons, but
Yeah.
previous seasons, but you know,
Right.
that we don't know what the hell's going on. But you know, remind me to watch the new episodes of Gotham
I will.
this Monday.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Monday.
It's not on Mondays, but I've been watching Supergirl, but now that Supergirl's over, I need
And then you can watch it
to
instead. Okay, you'll be watching it instead because you can't watch it.
What?
Then you'll probably be watching it instead because you can't watch it.
until the new season starts.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him to do for Emergency Awesome to do a Supergirl, finale video,
Yeah.
so that we can figure out A, when the hell is coming back.
Right.
B, who's in the pod or his speculations. And C, when the heck it's coming back.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
next to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I get really excited about design elements like that.
I think that board could have been a vision board for him. Maybe he's trying to better himself, and he's like, "Here are my goals." Because if you notice, he cut out a little thing of money with this $2 signs.
Or it's like he can't access he doesn't have regular access to his Pinterest account.
Right.
So that's what he does.
Maybe somebody read The Secret.
And I did see that one little snippet that he cut out right by Mooney's picture. It was like, I was like, yeah, hey, but just a reminder, don't just sit there, okay? Window Marshall, yeah, we watching you, bruh, you too. And am I saying this correctly? Spice Nub?
Spice
I'm
Nub.
gonna just say, okay, that's your name, bruh. I didn't name you, your mom did, you talked on that. But what's up? Welcome in, Jake. What's up, man? Jeremy Miller, you sound like a rapper. All right, I better say a mixtape on the comments down below. Okay, but yeah, that also brings us to our next question. Okay, because we all saw, the build up to the episode and everything. Now, my thing is, I could have sworn, and I could be wrong. Please correct me. But what the episode named Selena Kyle? I didn't see much Selena Kyle in this episode. It felt like, in Transformers, the last one, the fourth one, we was expecting Dinobots. You got them like in the last little.
It was only like 10 minutes, and then they're dead and they're gone.
And that's about the Selena Kyle thing. So, yeah, like what's going on? Because I don't know if maybe she has a little backstory. They had a big build up to her.
Yeah. Let's talk about continuity and Selena Kyle. On Twitter, I made a joke about like, oh, we're gonna have a Selena Kyle episode. Another 90% empty by the time she gets it. And
Age of Extinction.
Yeah. Yeah.
You noticed it. Thanks for retweeting it. And then also, did you notice that after like that guy's eyes got scratched out, her hands were totally unbloody?
And there were no claws.
Yeah,
There was no claws.
I mean, like, I got long nails. I couldn't do that.
And she's like Lady Deathstrike,
Yeah, they're
You there? Oh, not again. You there? You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're.
Don't.
Yeah, but there's two of you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just because the internet's stupid or being stupid, so. Why? And this.
What?
The call.
Anyway, continue that, please.
Okay, it's just me and that's all.
Eyes said she taking that.
She's 13, bro. We can't forget
It's a hard 13.
Yeah. And
well, she is tough though. I mean, did you see what she did when she
Yeah.
was like, "You're gonna let me talk to Jim right now, or I'm gonna say you touched me."
oh, yeah.
That is intense. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like we're talking about how like this, like shit's got a little dark in this episode, but like, and that wasn't even like some of like more violent stuff that we saw. That was just kind of vicious.
Speaking of Saul, we were talking about episode 1 about her watching the Wayne's murder.
Mhm.
Now, in this one, she was like, I know who killed him. Now, and Batman fans, I'm assuming we all are. Okay, we all know the whole Joe Chill story, which you guys know the whole Joe Chill story. Okay, But something tells me that's not going to be the guy in this one.
Again? What goes on with this? You trying to come back on? Maybe I should just continue this on my own. Oh, you're coming back.
We want to continue in there.
Yeah.
It's just internet, that's all it is.
Oh, and then I think that when you guys mentioned that there was a shot in the last episode of her in a watchtower. So it's like, are we going to kind of skip a generation instead of it being Jim Gordon's daughter? Is it going to be his fiance slash wife that's going to be Oracle?
That's a good question, because obviously everything that everybody does in this, setting, this Gotham saying, always has repercussions and consequences. So her calling in, you already had the police chief rushing up in there like, hey, who the hell called the person? And then it's like, all right, well, I mean, I ain't gonna say my wife did it, but I wouldn't be surprised somebody found out and then beat her legs in. So it might skip the whole Batwoman phase, because that's supposed to be toward the Batman time, but she might get like a little paraplegic Oracle hint.
Yeah,
that's kind of the beauty of this show, though, like we brought up last week, is that this is uncharted territory.
Yeah.
It's the whole new telling of the story, so all of the characters are different. Selene and Kyle, we're meeting at a much younger age now, and we're seeing her have the early interactions with Bruce Wayne. It's all being kind of crafted piecework from different comic book series, like different one-off books that they kind of like borrowed an element from here and borrowed an element, and also creating new things on their own. So it's kind of like, we don't know, like, what is Catwoman going to become eventually? Is she going to be? She's already calling herself Cat now. There's no, it's different than the movies for sure. Certainly the incarnations of Catwoman we saw in the movies, this is a completely different Cat.
You're definitely getting a good glimpse of, what's to be, what's coming soon, that kind of thing.
I gotta admit that when I heard there was going to be a Selene and Kyle story, and with all the little kids getting abducted, I was hoping that we might see Holly or her little sister or something like that, but I didn't see that.
Maybe she, I feel like they might go with like Holly being a friend of an orphan, that kind of thing, like an orphan friend or something like that. Who knows? But
as long as it's not Halle Berry, I'm cool with that.
Yes, I can actually agree with that. That came on a few days ago on TV. I don't know how I feel about that one. I like Halle, but you need to.
But other than that,
don't do that again to us. You need to.
It's a tough movie.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, check out Gotham on Tag TV. Okay, or excuse me, TV Tag. And they're on Twitter at TV Tag Gotham. There was none after that, at TV Tag Gotham. Just keep that. Okay, I don't know why I opened for something else.
That was so mysterious.
I was like, dot. Okay. But yeah. So let's go on to what Gotham is really about. As we always say, Jim Gordon. Now, in this episode, you like, boy, this boy likes Jim Gordon. Now, on this episode, we will see that there was a lot of tension, like real thick tension in between Jim and Bullock, okay? And my personal question is it something going on behind the scenes that we don't know with Bullock that's causing him to, I mean, he had like, what, 6 nut shots, and he took 9 people down and beat the dude with a phone.
Do you have to like reset? Like, would you have to like reset your computer? Is that what the problem is, or what?
Thank you.
Oh shit!
I just hit reset the router, so hopefully it helps.
What?
Talking to Darren. It's because of the freaking internet's freaking being stupid. That's all it is.
Did you reset the router?
Yeah, hopefully it helps.
Continue it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He shot an old man. I don't know how I feel about that. He shot him. Yeah.
It was kill some kids, so you know, you gotta do it.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. And
I like the fact that, I mean, as far as from this episode to the last episode, I feel like we're seeing an entirely different Jim Gordon. We didn't really see any character development. I mean, Jim Gordon was the least interesting character of the first episode. And now in this episode, he's a badass. Like, you see this guy and you're like, wow, all right, cool. I'm going to come back and see some more, you know?
Yeah. I wouldn't call him badass yet. I would say that, like, he's finally realizing he's got to play by a different set of rules. I don't know. I still got to admit that even though he's the center of it, he's kind of underwhelming. I mean, but that's me. I mean, you heard me say that, like, I love the crazy characters. Oh my gosh, I loved Carol Kane today. Oh, that was great. So, and I mean, you know, I loved Crazy Lily Taylor. I love Crazy Penguin. So I'm just kind of like the straight man, Jim. I don't know.
Oh, you like them serious bad boys, them penitentiary bad boys. Pretty cool.
I don't necessarily mind the Jim Gordon being a less interesting character. And I don't even know if it's less interesting, but he's just more grounded. I mean, this show has a lot of fantastical elements to it. It has, you know, these legendary bad guys that we've come to know and love, and like we're seeing them, you know, kind of coming into their own, and now we have Jim Gordon coming into his own. But he's always kind of been an Eagle Scout in all of the incarnations he's been in. And as a police procedural, you already, like, if you put it up against like Law and Order or a show like that, it's like there always is the hothead, and that's Bullock, and then there always is the one who's kind of methodical and plays everything by the book. So he is kind of serving that role in the functionality of the show, in terms of it being a police procedural TV show, a mystery, if you will, where like they're trying to solve this, in this case, this week, the missing kids. So I don't necessarily mind. I would like him to have maybe some more interesting things to do, but I think that I think it's kind of necessary for right now as a function of the show to have him be this kind of G. Willikers like George Washington.
Yeah, because he's the only one that is.
Yeah.
Everybody's a quirky character other than Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna take one of those excuse the reference though, like a Breaking Bad route, where at the beginning he was like this, simple straight arrow Eagle Scout, and then become like that gritty, dark, growing the mud.
What's up?
It's 7.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think if you wanted to get off, it's 7. Want me to get off the stream?
Yeah, get off the stream.
I'm sure we're gonna stream tomorrow. Hopefully. Have a good night, and I'll show you what. You don't even know how my name is. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.